What's up guys, Drewzy here, back again with another South Park Phone Destroyer video for the channel guys. A lot of you are probably thinking with the big update that came out yesterday that I was probably going to do a video quickly talking about my opinion on the balance changes, a lot of the balance changes that took place yesterday. But I'm not going to do that because there has been a ton of negativity, there's been a ton of different mixed-sided opinions on the balance update. In all honesty, if you guys want me to do a video on my opinion of the update, I'm more than happy to do that. Just let me know down in the comment section down below if that's something you guys want to see. I think a lot of you are probably done talking about it, done saying that certain things are not working as well, or this card didn't get as much love as we thought we did, or whatnot. My biggest feeling on the update was it was blown out of proportion well more than what I originally thought, and probably a lot of us thought, as far as that epics and legendaries were going to be so overpowered it was going to completely change the way the game is played. That didn't seem to happen. But again, if you guys want to see something along those lines, let me know. I will make something of it. I want to talk about something else that was announced today from Red Links, from It's Just Buck and That Darn Steve, did a Ubisoft Forum post about the BFU, the big feature update, guys. This is something they've been talking about for months now. We have some very awesome details about this update, and I'm excited to talk about that. I'm tired of the negativity about the balance changes, and I want positivity. I want to know what's coming in the big feature update. So we're going to talk about all the things that they have announced so far that are going to be included in the big feature update. Now, number one with the big feature update is we do not have a precise release date for it. They did say either early or mid-March, so that is a pretty vague timeline. It's about a 2-week gap that we could see it or not see it. Maybe they'll have more details on that in the coming weeks. I don't have any information on the upcoming weekend event that's going to be coming up. That will probably be showcased tomorrow. But again, this is just stuff that we know for sure are going to be in the big feature update when it does go live. So the first thing, legendary leaderboards, guys. So in legendary leaderboards, as it states, this feature has been highly requested by the community, and we're excited to say it will be coming in Phone Destroyer with the BFU. Now you'll be able to see a full leaderboard of the top players in the game, and will make it easier for the community to see where you and other players outside your team sit in terms of both worldwide ranking and country rankings. If you guys weren't aware of it, in the current legendary leaderboard system, the leaderboard is technically broken up into 3 regions: Asia, Europe, and North America. So if you're ranked in the leaderboard, it depends on your region that you live in. So if you live in, say, England, you're in the European leaderboard. If you live in Argentina, you're in the North American leaderboard, if my memory serves me right. So pretty much everything in the Western Hemisphere, so South and North America, I believe is considered in the North American region. That includes Canada as well. I do apologize to our northern brethren if any of you watch this, watch me on YouTube. But you know, you're split into 3 main regions right now. So this is going to show both a worldwide overall ranking and your country or regional ranking that you currently have. So currently I'm in the United States, so I would be in the North American region essentially for my current ranking in PvP as far as in the legendary leaderboard that I'm now a part of. But it'd be kind of cool to see where I stack globally as well as both regionally when it does get to that point. So that's one big feature that is going to be coming out. And as you can see here in the next photo here is, in this new view, you can see these rankings as well as the seasonal reward for each respective reward tier. This will also allow players more easily to learn what sweet loot they can earn, and will include some behind the scenes stuff to help us make each end of the season flow more smoothly. So here is just a brief kind of glimpse as to what the leaderboard will look. So there is the worldwide leaderboard there on the right, and then your current prize tier is on the left, and you see that currently the person that they're showcasing is ranked 48th in the world. So as you see, they would be in the 3rd tier of the current available awards to that person. So to me, that's really, really cool that they're going to have, maybe they'll be adjusting the way the reward tier works as far as your legendary rank. And, you know, you can see kind of where you stack globally as well as regionally. I think that's all really good stuff to at least talk about first. Next big thing that they're going to talk about is the legendary matchmaking system. This is a lot of information, so we'll try to breeze through this as quickly as we can. We've heard this request from players at all levels. Well, we're here for you, and matchmaking improvements are on the way. Now that if you're the legendary rank, now I do not know if these should be in place for anything below legendary rank. Legendary rank has been a little bit different as far as the way that it finds and locates people for you to fight. In the silver and bronze shields, this system that they're discussing, I believe, is already in place. This was done in a previous update, so this is more specifically focusing on legendary rankings. Now, if you're in legendary rank, you'll only face other legendary players. So people, oftentimes, myself, I'm in a higher level of legendary. I'm in like the 2000s, so I'm fighting people that are in the 50 silver shield with like 1 or 2 stars. So it looks like that's going to be eliminated. So I will only fight people in legendary rank, which is good and bad. It's maybe like it may be bad for some of the legendary players thinking they're getting a free win, but it's going to be good for those silver shield players trying to get to legendary because it doesn't feel like they're getting bullied away with a loss. That change was made to ensure that non-legendary players aren't getting beat up on. So exactly, basically what I just mentioned. On top of that, we're changing the matchmaking algorithm as well. Currently, the legendary rank is treated as a 1 PvP rank 51. So it's possible that the #1 player in the world could face the 4,530th player in the world, which I've noticed a lot of times where I'm in the 2000s, I'm fighting people in the 250s or above, or even 500s or above right now currently within the way the system works. In this new system, it is still possible, but it is far less likely that that will continue going forward. We will start the matchmaking search at between 150 above or below your current ranking, worldwide ranking. If no match is found, then it is extended and increased by 150 up to 300, and then 150 more on top of that, and so on and so forth, so that it is less lopsided fights and may increase matchmaking time slightly. This may increase the time that it takes to find a matchmaking, but we'll monitor that data carefully and make adjustments as needed. So I notice a lot since I've hit legendary rank, it takes a little bit longer to find a match, which is fine to me if I'm finding someone more around my level. So I'm okay with this. I'm okay with waiting a few extra seconds, being patient to not face someone that's 20 levels higher than me. A new system that's going to be in place now that they're mentioning is called the Phone Destroyer system. So with the BFU, the new system will go into play. You'll notice that your health bars will be changing. So instead of the 3-bar system, they're now considered phones. So they'll change both visually and functionally. Now, when you take a health bar segment, you're actually destroying your opponent's phone. So in order to win a match, you now have to destroy more phones than your opponent. So essentially, it's going to be a 3-to-1 or 3-to-none victory system kind of thing. So you're trying to defeat more phones than the other person. But there is some sweet upside to this, which we're going to get to here very quickly. But wait, that sounds like the same as before. In relevance terms, yes and no. Well, yes and no. We've said quite often that with the BFU, we want every match to be more rewarding. So we're also changing the way you earn PvP packs. Before, you needed 3 wins to get a PvP pack. But with the new Phone Destroyer system, you can now progress even if you lose or tie, as long as you can destroy 1 or more phones. So rather than 3 wins, you simply need to break 9 opponents' phones total in order to get a PvP pack. This will mean that even if you're behind in a match and it looks like you may lose, you should still fight on and try to destroy at least 1 phone, making every match a chance to earn more progress towards getting that pack, even if you're being completely outplayed. So that's huge. So here is a picture of them displaying as far as what it would look like. So as you see, there's 6 of 9 in phones destroyed. This is awesome because as I've been in Legendary, I've been getting wrecked all over. And I feel like if I have the incentive to go get at least 1 bar, that would be way better for me than just constantly losing and taking hours on hours to get a freaking PvP pack when I have underleveled cards and things like that. So I like this new system. I like this change. You know, let me know about this change or any of the other changes that we're going to talk about. If you agree, disagree, or if you're excited about these things. I'm really excited about this one in particular, and there's a few other ones that are also very, very cool that we're going to talk about here very quickly. So then the next big thing is team events. This is also huge, huge groundbreaking stuff here. It's time to hold tryouts and tell your team to bring their A game. Teams will now be more meaningful than ever. In addition to being able to donate and talk strategy with your teams, you will now be able to earn event progress together. So with the BFU, we're unraveling team events, a new type of event that will allow your team combined progress to earn every member additional rewards to those you can earn and as well as on your own. There will also even be an event-based leaderboard for your team members so you can check on their progress and see who has contributed the most. This will reward then combined efforts for all players and give you more chances to earn sweet loot. The first of these team events will be held in March and will coincide with the release of an exciting new card. So that does not mean that this is going to start right when the BFU kicks off, but when at least the next card is is announced. And so far, they've been going about 7 weeks or so in between each new card. So kind of do the math. Let's see, Cupid Cardman came out 2 weeks ago. So I would guess it would be the last week of March will probably when this team event starts. That's just a guess. Again, I have no way of knowing this for sure, but I guess we'll find out soon enough here when this event starts out. But this is really, really cool. This is going to be interesting. If you guys are in a team that's not very, doesn't donate a lot, isn't very active, you need to get the heck on out of there and go to a team that is. And yes, some teams that are higher tiered are going to have different, reasons or different guidelines to be part of their team, but this now gives your team a little bit more incentive to be on a team that actually knows what they're doing. So that's kind of cool. I'm actually pretty excited about this to showcase, to see how well my team is stacking up to some of the other teams out there right now. The next big thing is daily deals. So another feature added to the BFU is daily deals. Every day you'll now get a hot new deal in Butter's shop. So this will be in the PvP shop to the left from your PvP startup menu, or basically the main default area when you load up the PvP menu. Not in Cartman's shop. This will only be in Butter's shop. There may be material or card stacks, free offers, or other epic deals. These deals will refresh with the shop and are only available once a day. Certain offers, such as the screenshot below, can be purchased up to 3 total times. So that's also key. So that means you could get these multiple times, as it shows. It says how many are available and how many you've unlocked. So that's cool. It looks like it's not just going to be with PvP tickets, because I know a lot of you may or may not have. I don't have a lot of PvP tickets right now, but some of you may have a ton of them. But it looks like some of it may be in-game cash or other incentives to purchase them, things like that. This could be cool. This could be kind of hit and miss. I'm always kind of skeptical with these kind of deal offers. How good are these deals really, in retrospect? So I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see as far as if we deem these daily deals as being important or not. But I mean, it could be a good way of getting some materials, some extra materials or other things like that, and get guaranteed things that you may or may not, you may need. So it could be good. I guess we'll find out when it goes live. And the last big thing, so the friendly fights have been delayed. It will not be featured in the BFU. They did announce that in this forum update, but they are going to give us some updates on how the friendly fight system is going to work. So players have long expressed a desire to play in matches against their friends. We are stoked to announce that it will soon be possible to do so with friendly fights. Friendly fights will feature a training area where you can compete against your team members and see who is truly the best phone destroyer. So it looks like, at least in the beginning phases, it will only be allowed from within your own team. So it will not be allowed with, doesn't look like there's going to be a friends list, essentially, or kind of that kind of feature yet. The practice arena will also have a grid for measuring distance and your new kid's zap radius outlined in sticky notes. So that's kind of interesting. In case you were wondering kind of where your zap damage radius is, now you'll kind of know, at least on the screen, and here's a picture of it down below of what it would look like. Friendly fights can be used as a way to battle your teammates, test new cards, and even hold friendly tournaments within your team. In order to make sure players can test out strategies and play on even footing, friendly fights will have the following rule set applied. So this is basically the tournament standard mode, which they have hinted at will also be at some point in events. I don't know that for sure, but they've hinted at it. So I assume that this will eventually be maybe an event thing, but at least in the training aspect, the new kid level will be set at 11. Common cards will be 4, rare 3, epic 2, legendary 1. So everybody's on the same level footing, and it's just strategy at that point other than just card level. And then here, of course, is after playing against your teammate, the team chat will then show the results of the match for all to see. That's right, you won't be able to hide in shame when you get beat by a rank 30 player. In order to help you improve, though, we'll be able to see what deck you were beaten with. So you'll see what deck you used, what deck they used, to kind of be able to strategize and figure out ways to improve your skill set going forward within the game. That's all the details we know so far about the BFU. This is a lot of information already, and a lot of great stuff, guys. Let me know down below what you think of all the stuff that we just talked about, what you're excited most about, things like that. It's going to be really interesting to see when all these different things kind of take place. So again, team events will not start right at the BFU. That is at least what I'm reading into by reading into this forum. It looks like it's going to be after that. So again, almost about every 7 weeks or so a new card comes out. So it'll most likely be a couple weeks after the BFU launches that team events will start. But again, I don't know that for sure, just speculation. So don't hold me to it, to say that, oh, well, Drew said that that's when it's going to happen, so that's when it's going to happen. I don't know. Red Lynx hasn't officially said anything to us on it yet. Also, I do have some kind of sad news. If you guys do watch all the way through this video, I hope it's not too long, but I'm not going to be able to, at the time being, to do my weekly giveaway live streams that I've done the last 2 weeks. Red Lynx has said that they're going to postpone that for right now due to some issues with some of the content creators. And so until they have done their investigation that they're trying to investigate as far as certain criteria, then they will deem who is necessary and who is eligible to do that going forward. So unfortunately, guys, I will not have a live stream. I plan to do at least probably one more live stream this week, but it will not have a giveaway involved with it. I do apologize for that. This was told to us by Red Lynx this morning, so it kind of short notice. But again, if you guys want what my opinion is on the big the last balance changes that just came out, let me know down below. There are going to be more balance changes that are going to come with the BFU as well. They didn't mention or hint at anything else, but there will be rebalancing, things like that. So all the balance changes that just took place yesterday are not permanent. Things will still be tweaked, things that they feel are necessary to make this game better for everyone. But I hope you guys enjoy this video. Hope you guys are excited about some of these update things like I am. But until next time, guys, my name is Drewzy.